This is the new EOTech Vudu 3:9 by 32 variable optic. We've all hunted with a 3:9 before, or at least I started with one of these. Mine was about this long. This is only 6.8 inches long. This is a real shorty. It is looks very small. It comes with this integrated mount, and there's a bolt over on this side that you're going to torque down to stick it on. It does not come with the red dot mount on here, but that's an option so that you can have a 12 o'clock or 45-degree red dot. It's got a traditional sort of 3:9 throw lever here, a ring. It uses a 2032 battery, and it's got an illuminated red reticle inside. It is second focal plane. It's hard to tell how good the optic or the glass is in here. The eye relief seems a little short to me, but it may not be. I don't know, you guys can see better than I can. It seems pretty good on 3 power. It gets a little tighter on 9. The illumination's really bright. I got it up here on 10 power right now, and it's hard to say whether it's daylight bright, but you can definitely see it well in here. Let's just look at what the turrets look like. So they're pretty simple turrets, but this scope isn't the kind of scope that's meant to be dialed. You're going to run this on 3 power or 9 power, and then run the red dot. Anyway, pretty interesting new product from EOTech. I think it's pretty cool, actually. So the new Vudu 3:9. This is the brand new Leupold VX6 Gen 2. So this VX6 has been around for a while. This is the Gen 2. I'm going to quickly just run you through the new features that this scope has. They actually updated the throw lever to a Mark V style throw lever, so that's a little better. They've updated the turret system, and this is the coolest part. These turrets are now toolless, so if you've ever gone to the range, couldn't re-zero your gun because you didn't bring the tool with you, here's how this works. This little silver piece right here, you push that in with your thumbnail, then this rotates up, and then over, and then the turret just pops off, and you can re-put it wherever zero is at. You put it back on, pop this back down, it locks in place, and your whole little zero lock thing works perfectly. The other thing that they did is they actually updated this so that there's a few more minutes of elevation and windage in the turret, whereas before it was a little lacking. It sort of topped out pretty quick. I think there's a new objective size, and there's some new reticles. This is still a second focal plane scope, and the reticles they came out with, I'm not super fan of, but maybe you guys will love them, so let us know what you think about that. It's only available in MOA, which once again, I am kind of turned into a mill guy, and so I wish that the scope was available in mills as well. But this is what the offering is. This is what it is. I'm just the messenger right now. Tell us what you think in the comments. And yeah, the new Leupold VX6 Gen 2. So in the variable power optics, Trijicon has come out with a new scope called the Huron, and it's a 1:6 power. It's an LPVO. It's second focal plane, 30mm tube. It is not illuminated. They saved some money by not illuminating it, but it actually has a BDC reticle in it, and it's super hard to film through the scope and show you, but as you can see right here on the stock, that's essentially what the BDC reticle looks like inside. So it's got Trijicon's optics, their glass, it's clean, crisp, and clear. Don't worry about the red dot mounted on top, that doesn't come with it. But pretty nice little 1:6 power scope if you're looking for something like from the tree stand, BDC 1:6 by 24 Huron from Trijicon. The other optic that's new from Trijicon is this one right here, and this is called the Huron 4:16, and it's a 50mm objective. It's also second focal plane. Similar features. We do have parallax adjustment on the side here, and the awesome thing about this is it goes down to 10 yards. So this would actually work great on a rimfire, it would work great on an air gun, it'll work great on your 30-06 if that's what you want it for as well. I believe this is an actual mills, so if you want mill holds, it's got it. They're not anything fancy or complicated, they're just a basic mill hold, as you can see there in the scope. So really pretty nice options here. for people that love the Trijicon brand, and some new scopes. So yeah, 30 millimeter tube as well. Anyway, you can go check those out or learn more on Trijicon's website, trijicon.com. But that's their newest offerings here at SHOT Show. So the other new optic from Trijicon is this one. It's the same line. It's a 4 to 16 by 50 though. It's also a 30 millimeter tube. It has side parallax, so it's going to be real easy to adjust out that parallax, which is a nice feature, something that we would absolutely expect. One great thing about this is that you can adjust this down to 10 yards, which a lot of these variable power scopes are a minimum of 25, and so they don't work great for close range stuff. 10 yards is perfect for something like a rimfire, a 17, a 22, or even an air rifle if you're looking for something like that. So 10 yards is really important there. The turret or the magnification is real smooth. It's got Trijicon optics in it, glass. It looks very clean and crisp. Just a solid scope. Other thing here is it has a BDC reticle inside of it. It's pretty simple. It's not overly complicated, which is exactly how those should be. So they've actually got a picture of it here on the stock. You can check it out. But that's the newest glass from Trijicon at SHOT Show 2025. So go to Trijicon's website if you want to learn more. This is the brand new Zero Compromise Optic, or ZCO 2 to 10 by 30 scope. Zero Compromise Optic, if you don't know who they are, they're arguably one of the best, if not the best, scope manufacturer in America or the world. This is some high-end stuff here. Brand new scope though. They haven't had one of these, so it's new for the show. They lowered the turrets, so all the same features that have made them, I believe they're actually the #1 scope in PRS right now. But they lowered the turrets. You can actually dial this 2 mils under. So if you see these negative numbers here, you can see that you can go 2 mils under and then it stops. And then it's actually capped at 13 mils. So for 2 to 10, that's actually just fine. The turrets are awesome. They're super positive clicks. The parallax allows you to adjust down to 8 yards, which is pretty legit. It has yardage markings all the way out to 1,000 and infinity on there. The power ring, it comes with this big throw lever, huge eye box. These things are pretty awesome. So anyway, check out Zero Compromise Optics, or ZCO, for their new 2 to 10. So in my hands right now is the Holosun MP3X. It's a brand new optic from Holosun. It's something kind of different than we've seen before. It looks like a red dot, but it's actually not. This is a prism. So instead of having a dot that is in the scope, this actually has an etched reticle and a 3-power magnification optic. And it looks really crisp, really clear, looks really cool. It has a green LED illumination in there, and it's really bright, but if you were to lose your power, your ability to replace a battery, or the electronics were just to fail, you still have an etched reticle you can aim and shoot with. So a pretty cool product from Holosun as far as an optic. Right here in front of me is a brand new rifle scope from Burris that you're kind of going to have to see to believe. This is called the XTR PS. The PS stands for Precision Shooter. This is the 5 to 30 model, but they also make it a 3 to 18. Now stand by, because you're going to be blown away by the features here. This turret up here has 19 mils of revolution in one turn. There's no detents in it. That's because it actually adjusts infinitely. So it has a heads-up display inside the scope. The heads-up display, you put in your ballistic data. It has all sorts of atmospheres from, it has all of them, all the way up to like 16,000 foot of elevation, so higher than you're ever going to shoot a rifle. But you put in all your ballistic data, and then as you dial this turret, it actually tells you the range that the bullet is going to impact. So as you look through the scope, it's going to tell you you're now dialed for 330 yards. And because this doesn't have detents, when you start getting out there further, you can dial precisely to a per yard, meaning you're not limited to 1/10 of a mil in between things. The other thing this has is a bubble level inside of it that you can see, and it will also correct for elevation if your rangefinder doesn't. The other cool thing here, and this is going to be huge for people that shoot competition, is it has a timer inside it. You can set the timer and it will count down. So if you're shooting a hunter NRL match and you have 2 minutes to set everything up and shoot your rifle, when you hear the beep, you can literally push the start button. It will start counting down, and as you're shooting the gun, you're going to be able to look right through the scope without ever taking your face out and seeing how much time you have left to engage your target. It has Illuminated reticle, you can go red or green, uses standard batteries. This thing is pretty phenomenal. So the only thing that it doesn't have, because I know you guys are going to ask, because Burris is famous for their illuminator with a rangefinder, it does not have a rangefinder, but has everything else inside in this heads-up display that you can see. So new product from Burris, you're going to want to check it out, the XTR PS. We certainly will be getting one of these in for a full review. We'll try and figure out a way to actually shoot through this so you can see what we're seeing. It's pretty much impossible out here today to do that, so you'll have to take my word for it. But this is a game changer. I don't think there's anything else quite like it out there on the market. So you can go to Guns America for more information. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you on the next video. We have tons of more SHOT Show content coming, so make sure you hit that notify button.